here is a short overview of what we plan for the following 1 year. From left to right, it is sorted in time-based. So the first one, what we are waiting for is version Domino 12, Domino version 12, together with Notes 12, Verse, Traveler, and so on. It will be followed with updates in Domino Vault, as well as Sametime and Connections. In the following session today, I will not cover the whole digital solutions portfolio because it is broad enough. So we decided to show you what is new in Notes, Domino, Verse, Sametime, and Domino Vault. So those are three main topics. So let's start with what is new in Notes and Domino. The latest release, the latest production version is version 11.01. This is how it looks like. I know that some of you customers and business partners already upgraded, at least some of the users, maybe servers, and waiting for users to this latest release. Let me show you how it looks live. And moving this one. This is my Notes client, the latest one with the latest mail template with updated forms. We work on user interface, so these are updated forms for calendar, for a new contact in address book. What you maybe know or maybe do not know, Notes are not only a client for messaging and applications like we see right now, but it's extensible platform allows you to show something on the right side. We can start in this right sidebar with overview of today's agenda in calendar, but as well as integrate with non-Domino applications, but applications that are related, that are part of Domino collaboration family. One of them is Sametime chat. This is Sametime chat right inside Notes client. Some of you use it already. It is still there. We still update this, and you can also integrate connections files, a collaboration tool for sharing and collaboratively editing files and documents. This is right within Notes. If I show you what it is taken from, open in browser. This is my Chrome, opening Connections. Connections do not reside right on Domino. They sit on the server next to Domino. And they allow you to share files, documents, wikis, discussions, and so on. And what makes sense, and files make sense to share within Domino. So all those files that you can see right here are visible in Notes client. From Notes client, I can simply open them, just double click. Ta-da, and I can see I do not need to open the web page, log in, and search for it. If I see it in Notes, I can open it from Notes. I can even share it with Notes. So for example, let me share this file with Felix. Share and done. Now share it. Now Felix got editor or access rights to these files. Right within Notes, 5 seconds. I can check who already has sharing rights, sharing details. Let me show you some other. Those I don't know, 6 people are my co-editors. I share the file with them, and I can see whether they are active, which version they downloaded or edited the last, and so on. So Notes doesn't have to be just mail and Notes application client. You can extend it with the rest of the portfolio. We enhance, and let me go back to the presentation. we enhance these products, this kind of software regularly. Almost every quarter we release new version, update, fix pack, feature pack, or main release. On the left side are products. I put products that are in Notes and Domino family, we can say. And on the right side are a list of the latest versions. So if you are still on version 10 or 9, check if you are using the correct latest fix pack or feature pack, because we are fixing things that they can occur right now or in the current months. I put some of the topics or issues that customers and BPs are contacting me, and they say, hey, we found there is some problem. Is there a fix for this? Yes, it is. It is. You can download it from FlexNet. They're available from FlexNet. It's the place, it's the download server where you can download not only main releases like version 11, but as well as all relating fix packs, feature packs, and interim fixes. So first issue is that some of you already noticed after New Year's Eve, since January the 1st this year, like 2 months ago, if you create a new document after January the 1st, and you look into the properties, one file is missing. It is there, but it is not displayed. We released a fix a few days after. You can download it, and you can see this is the list of the latest releases. So if you see this, download the latest update. Also, if you or your colleagues or your managers use Apple laptops or Apple computers and update it to the latest Mac OS release, which has codename Big Sur. So you have to update Notes client as well. This is not new. This happens every year. Every year after Mac OS update, you have to refresh Notes client with the latest release. We are compatible, and you can see that since version 11.01 Fixpack 2, you can run it on Big Sur. I am running Big Sur and Notes on it without problem. And important for everybody, for every company, because I think majority of you use Traveler for mobile access to mail and calendar. If you are not on Traveler version 11, then very likely, your users will stop receive updates on Apple devices regarding new mail or notifications like ping, you have new mail, ping, in 15 minutes there is a calendar meeting. It is because Apple changes something on their backends, they change ports and protocols and so on. It means all software products that would like to communicate with Apple notification services have to update. We did this update. It is available in Traveler. So if you are not on Traveler 11.0, please check if you can upgrade and do so. At the end of this month, in 2 or 3 weeks, in 2 weeks, the old notification system will stop working. And also some important announcement. At the beginning of this year, we announced that we do not plan to stop support for version 9 or version 10. So if you are on version 9 or 10, you are welcome to upgrade to version 11, of course. But for any reason, if you have to stay on version 9, I don't know, operating system or compatibility with backup system or something like this, you still will be covered by our support, by HCL support, with some exceptions, and those exceptions are that are not in our hands. It means we will not support old operating systems like Windows 8. We will not support old and proprietary IBM technologies like IBM Java Virtual Machine, GSKit, and so on, because we replace it with other new versions, our replacements. and it happens at the end of this year. It means next year, if you will report a ticket, hey, we have problem with Notes client and it runs on Windows 8, probably the service guy will ask you, hey, please, did you tested it on other Windows than Windows 8? Is it working on Windows 10 correctly? So we have to check if you are on the latest release supported operating systems and so on. So summary, good message. If you are on version 9, on version 10, you still are under support. What we released at the end of last year in December is update to our web interface for email. I show you, and let me switch again. This is email, this is Notes client, rich client, offline replication, and everything. But more and more people want to access email and calendar from their web browsers. You probably know iNotes. We released iNotes years ago. Let me show you. This is iNotes. It looks like Notes version 6 or something. It is still there. But what we are focusing on and where we invest and add new features and release new updates almost every quarter is called the Verse. Verse, the same way as the mobile client is a Verse. This is the latest release, and what we added in this latest version, you can turn the whole web page as a standalone application using so-called progressive web application technologies, or PWA, progressive web application, and it will look like any other desktop application with Chrome, with small web browser engine hidden behind it. We added mail rules. I know some customers ask for it for a long time. Hey, please, we like Verse, but we are missing mail rules right within Verse web interface, so we can manage it. So mail rules are here, and we added search filters, so you can do better search and filtering of results, better than in rich Notes client. So let me show you, for example, Sametime. If I search for Sametime, this is the list of results, and I can filter, show me only for last week, or show me this month, or show me only what has attachment in it, and show me only in demo folder, Sametime and attachment. And now I see what I was looking for, Aleš Lichtenberg, Sametime presentation, installation tip, zips, and I can download it right from this view. I do not need to click each on every email and check where is the required zip file I'm looking for. So these are news in search filters, and this is how you can turn your Chrome tab in your web browser running Verse into a standalone desktop application, and it looks like here. Let me show you. This is Notes client. This is my application bar at the end, and HCL Verse. You can see I've got Chrome, Firefox, and other applications. And if I click HCL Verse, it opens in a standalone window, not within a Chrome or Firefox browser and application, and I can use it from here. So this is new since Verse 2.0. If you deploy it, you can try and use it. What we also release on a regular basis, new versions, new update, is called HCL Nomad. HCL Nomad is a way how to run applications, not Domino applications, not only in Notes client. So far, if you have application written in Domino, it is probably intended to be accessible from Notes client. All these agents, Lotus script, formulas, views, forms, and so on. It is ready to run on web browser. But customers came and asked, hey, can we run it on mobile device or on tablet? So far, many years ago, the answer was yes, but you can somehow rewrite it, add some black box, or invest in some integration with JavaScript front-end application and so on. Since we released Nomad, all you need to do is to deploy Nomad on your mobile device. Let me show you. This is my iPad. This is my tablet. At the bottom, there are all 4 applications created and published on App Stores and Google Play Store by HCL Digital Software. First one, Verse, is for email and calendar. You probably know it from Android and iOS as well. And third, the 3 remaining could be new to you. The yellow one, Nomad, is for applications, for Domino applications. Red one, Sametime, is for chat and messaging. Those 2 I will show you in a minute. And last one is Connections, for sharing, for files, collaboration across teams with external people and so on. From Connections, I showed you those, the integration with Notes, where I open Connections files right from Notes client. So since this is Nomad topic, let me open Nomad, and that's it. The application remembers that I already opened it since I started iPad, so it doesn't ask me to provide password for ID file. But behind all this is security, and you need to have user ID file to access the applications like I will show you right now. So it is secure. The security is on the same level as security of Notes client. Let me show you, for example, this one. This is Notes application that is shown on mobile device, tablet, iPad in this case, without any modifications, without any rewrites, any additional JavaScript or some third-party tools. It is just open on the Nomad client. You can create new applications, and you can see it looks exactly like the good old Notes client, even with this, these brackets we know from Notes clients. Let me show you some other, maybe this one, some more complex application for reporting, for project time reporting, working hours, and so on. Select, we are working for HCL, select project type, task name, meeting. I'm choosing, and now I can add additional save and send to the server. Mobile device is not always online. It's not always online. Sometimes you are not on Wi-Fi, or you have limited data. Maybe you are traveling in train, or you are abroad with limited roaming, data roaming, and so on. So in this case, Nomad can help you as well. Let me open, for example, this application, common application, and I can set this application to be accessible from offline as well, not only online. And I do it the same way as we do it on Notes client. Click on menu, make available offline. Okay, I do not need to change anything. And if I'm quick enough, you can see how it is replicated to my local Notes client, which is actually Nomad client on this device. So you see, I downloaded 37 documents and 255 design documents. I can do replicate all, and it will synchronize nothing. So this is good old Notes replication as we know from Notes client. So what you need to do is just download the application from App Store. You just take your iOS and Android mobile phone or tablet, go to Google Play and Android App Store, download Nomad application for free. You do not pay for it, and connect it to your Domino server. What you need is ID Vault, because from ID Vault, your personal ID is downloaded to secure storage on a mobile device, and then you will use it. That's it. No need to deploy anything on a server. Just make sure that you can connect using Notes port 1352. So
yeah, Patrick, if I may, this is Janusz speaking. So actually, guys, my comment is that I, as a non-technology person, was able to install and activate Nomad. So it needs to be fairly easy if even I was able to do it. And then, Petra, another comment on your application. I would never consider you a wine person.
Yeah, this is
we have a couple of questions, so give me a sign when you will be able to take those. Okay. So just go through the section, and then I will have a few questions because I see we're active in the question part of the application. So I will want to ask you some questions too.
Yeah, sure. Regarding wine, I didn't open it. This is demo application. Anybody of you can download it from community server for public downloads, OpenNTF.org, and it shows you how application can run on Notes client, mobile, and tablet. So this is example how you can make nice applications on Notes. This was what I just showed you was Nomad on mobile device. It is available right now from any combination, mobile, tablet, Android, and Apple. You can download and use it right now. What we are working on and will be available before summer, sometimes May, June, something in this time period, is Nomad that will run your Notes application in web browser without any plugin for this web browser, without any recoding, without any third-party tool that will convert your NSF to HTML or something like this. It will work similarly like on mobile. And let me show you. Let me show you this one. Bookmarks, Nomad, opening, login. I already did first configuration, so ID is already downloaded, and now it is doing first setup, building my workplace, starting configuring recent applications, and you can see first interface is similar to what I showed you on tablet. For example, this one was appointments. I think I used this application on tablet. Now I'm opening, and you can see it is exactly the same application that I showed you that I replicated for offline usage on tablet. That's it. If you want, you can get good old workspace. Right click, open application, select application, apps, and you can scroll up and down and open it. Apps and so on. So that's it. You can oh, this is the wine tasting. You can open it and use it without installing anything on the web browser. And the same as I show you, the same, let me close this, leave, and I show you how you can turn verse into standalone application, progressive web application, you can do exactly the same with Nomad. So Nomad can sit in my taskbar as a regular application, and if I click on it, start it, it will open desktop and I can work with nodes. So it is great if you have external collaborators that have to access nodes applications, but you do not want to give them a rich client, patch it, install, and everything. That's it. This is running as a standalone application, Nomad. As I told you that you can download Nomad mobile, let me show you this one. This one, Nomad for mobile devices, you can use and download right now. Nomad for web will be available around version 12. It means at the end of spring, at beginning of summer. And right now, if you want to test it, try it, you can create free account on our test server. You fill in the form, you can create free account and sign it, and you can test it. You can even upload one or two of your applications, existing applications, to our server securely, just limited to your access, and test how it works in this Nomad environment. Speaking about plans for the end of summer and beginning of end of spring and beginning of summer, I mentioned several times version 12. We plan to release it in the next quarter, yes, second quarter, sometimes around May or June. And so far, if you want to play with it, test it, and explore what's available right now, you can do it. Every customer and every business partner that has access to FlexNet, it means it is with active maintenance, so they can download version 11, for example. They will see in the download profile also download for Nodes and Domino version 12. Beta 2 is available right now, and you can download servers, clients, Traveler as well. Here is the link for the documentation. If you see somewhere mention about early access program in downloads or somewhere in this was program open at the end of last year before beta, so it is like beta 0. We can mark beta 0. So do not go for this version. Always try beta 2. It is available right now. We plan some improvements in this planned beta version 12 release on client side as well as on server side. And some of them I put into this table. I will not go through all of it. I will just show you what can we do in this time frame, because we plan to have a special HCL Café just for this version, just for Nodes version 12 and Nodes 12 and Domino 12. So this is just a teaser, but what we are waiting for. For example, Nodes client. I show you. I told you this is the latest release. Actually, it is version 12 beta 2 already, with new workspace, tabs on the left, new design. We are updating some. Let me show you. We are updating some design elements. It means like system templates for names and SF, because people access it. So this is the new style of forms, and we create new applications and update the old one to match this style. For example, this one, resource reservation, got a new design and new resource. You can play with it. So as I said, we are trying to make user interface nice and good looking. This is the example of it. Okay. In version 12, we will do a great improvement regarding security, especially managing security by admins. You probably you know that each website has to be accessible through HTTPS right now. If not, you are not trustworthy. Google search results probably prefer HTTPS sites in front of just HTTP and so on. You could get warnings like this site is not secure and so on. In Domino, we support this HTTPS with certificates and so on, but it was done the, let's say, not so easy way for admins. There used to be key files, key file, key stash file. You have to do some modifications with command lines, third-party tool, SSL tools, and so on. Now we introduce a completely new task, new process, certificate manager, new task, certificate manager. This is how it looks. New application, new design. It consists of server task, like we have mail routing, replica, admin process, and so on. There is another one called certmgr, and application, Domino database, that manages all certificates that I use across servers. And what I can easily do is just create, let me show you live. This is the result. This is my server, Domino version 12, Peterkunz.net. If I click on it, all keys are stored within this application, not in Keyfire Keyer anymore. It means you cannot export it to Keyer, and it is more secure and easy to handle. And let me show you how I can easily ask for a new certificate, because if you ask for a new certificate, you need certificate authority, and either you pay for it or use some free one. Example of free one is Let's Encrypt. It is accepted in all major web browsers, so you will not receive end users will not receive warning. Hey, this certificate is not trusted. Do you want to trust it? Yes or no? With Let's Encrypt, they will not see this warning. So this is good. What is not so good that it requires some manual work, and it is valid for 90 days, for 3 months only. So you have to refresh every quarter. You have to refresh. It's not complicated, but you do not have to forget about it. Domino application takes care of it, and this is how easy it is to ask for it. What I fill in is host name and server, Domino server on which this host name runs, this web server runs. Submit request, submit it, and behind the scenes, I have the console for those who are admin. Behind the scenes, it will create request, send to certificate authority, send it back, and then you can see Acme request, send there and send back, and it will also restart HTTP. It is doing right now, restarting HTTP for me. And if I wait until it is started, all I did is just I click, yeah, I want to refresh the certificate. That's it. And let me check if HTTP already started. This one. Refresh. It is. And if I click on these properties, certificate, show me details, and you will see it is valid from today. It is valid from today. So what in previous version, I had to spend some time and manage Keyfire and these either Keyer tool or new SSL tools, open source and so on. Now it is just one click, and if I refresh, I will see it is done. Now it is just one click, submit a request, and even you can do this automatically. There is an agent, and you see automatically review if only 30 days or less remains. So it is great improvement for Domino admins, and it is very according to their responses in our forum, in our chat and discussion. It is very well perceived, and they appreciate it. So that's it. These are details how it looks on the back end. Just you saw it took just like 20-30 seconds, and it is done. And this is the result provided by Let's Encrypt, and Let's Encrypt is authorized, is approved, is cross-certified in common browsers. Another security feature that I will show you right now is two-factor authentication.
Peter, this is Janusz, just a second, because to be honest, we have a buzzing question part. We want to take some of the questions now because they are in relevance to what you have just covered. So I guess people would be better if they get the answers right now, because this will be, following the flow and things that you're showing. Sure. So question number one, I won't be reading the full name and the details, not to reveal everything, but the first question is from Richard, and then can HCL Domino multi-level document approval, for example, working procedures?
Multi-level approval.
Okay. Is it available? For example, working procedures.
I think we can discuss it offline after we finish this.
So a simple one, I think.
For context.
Yes. So there is a question from Valdemar. So Verse is a replacement for iNotes, and iNotes is no longer under development process, or is it two separate applications?
iNotes, or what was the question?
Verse and iNotes. Is Verse replaced?
Okay, yeah. iNotes exists since, I don't know, 2005 or something, like 15 years, I think, since version 6. It is no more improved, enhanced. Maybe some fixes, but no features are added to iNotes. Verse is the way to go. In Verse, we add new features, not in iNotes. But iNotes is still there. They run next each to other. They can run in parallel.
Okay, so it's existing, but we don't continue to
yes.
do new versions. Okay, next question also from Valdemar. Valdemar is asking a lot of questions. That's good. Communication between Nomad and Domino servers could be encrypted using AES, and is it made in the rich client?
No, we use our own secured communication. We use nodes, RTP, nodes, RPC, nodes remote procedure call. We use the same secured communication as we use in rich client between nodes and server.
Okay, and that's
so it is not HTTPS. It is not HTTPS. It is our secure. By the way, this communication was never successfully hacked since it exists over the past 3 decades, 30 years.
Okay, and let's hope it won't change for the next 3 decades as well.
Yeah, let's hope.
One more question from Valdemar. What about policies, passwords, requirements on Nomad client? Because you were showing this on the Nomad client. What about policies, passwords, requirements?
You use password for ID.
Okay.
So you log with the password for your ID file.
Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. I have two. Let's do two more.
We have emails, right? So we can. Yeah. So if it is not exactly this answer, we can discuss either at the end or via emails.
Okay. Good. Another question from Eric Bosch. What was behind the created date displaying bug? Was that some hidden skeleton?
Yeah, I don't know what was the cause. It was just fixed, I don't know, within 3-4 days, something like this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what was the cause. Good point.
A question from Andrzej. Peter, does Nomad allow to have only one user per Android or Mac device, Mac iOS device?
Yes, it is, and I think there is no switch user. There is no switch ID. It is one. It's like inverse. One user, one device, one Notes ID, one user.
And one server only, correct?
No. It used to be one server. It used to be when it started. I don't know, two years ago. But in let me show you, for example, if I show Nomad, this one, I can do open application, and I can choose server. I can select mail apps. I think admin is admin is the one that is not listed. You can select it. It is just limited to ID, one ID.
Okay, good. It's not a question, it's a comment from Greg from Poznań, a fellow sailor. Comment is, these improvements are great. I guess it goes throughout the presentation. A question from Damir. And what about DKIM and DMARC support?
We know it is important. It is in plan. It is in a roadmap. We ask for this. If you know, please, vote for it on AHA. We know it is important. We just thinking how to add it to Domino.
Okay, and we're coming. We're coming to the end of the questions that are right now in the chat unanswered. A question from Jacek. Any support for Linux users? As I understand, new Nomad is the solution, isn't it?
Yes, it should be, and you can try it actually. Sign for the Nomad beta. You will receive username and password, and you can check. Right now, I'm using on Chrome on Mac, and you can try using web browser on Linux on Ubuntu. And you are right. Last full version of Notes client is 9.01 Fixspec 6, I think. Fixspec 6, maybe 7 is the last for Red Hat, Ubuntu, and such. Since this, it's 5 years ago.
More questions, and then we will continue with your slide deck with your screens. But I would get out of the way the questions that we have opened, that everybody's satisfied with the interaction. And the question from Thomas. Would mobile Verse app support multiple accounts?
Not now. This is the same. If I start it, it will ask name, server name, and then it tries to obtain ID file from ID Vault. If it finds ID file, it will ask for password. Please enter password for John Smith, and then it is paired and logged to this user. So
the last question, the short answer was yes. And then
yes, one user. Yes, one user. No multiple users.
Got it. Thank you. And one final question in this part of the Q&A from Łukasz, and it was in Polish, but I will transfer high level. Translate high level. Was there any downtime or any slowdown of the speed or capacity of Notes version 11? And Łukasz was testing this on V9. So is it an issue between server version and the application version, or is it something else? So he has version 9. He was testing version 11, and there were some issues with logging, with passwords.
No, it should be faster. If it is slower, it is not intended. It should be faster. And actually, in version 12, it is even faster. And yesterday, I read some blogs that Domino developer starts much quicker than in version 11. That it is much faster. If it is slower, it is not intended.
Okay, I see guys got kind of with questions, so I will ask one more. And dear participants, partners, and clients, one comment or request. If the questions are short, it's easier to understand and to respond. If they are too long or too complex, let's take it offline. Okay. So the last question from Marcin. What about bonding SSL with IP address, as it was for using multiple SSL key, and how do you use multiple IP address?
For offline. This is for offline.
Okay.
Yeah, we do improvements in all these ZMagger and managing. We including DNS. Proving that you own DNS record, so you can use Let's Encrypt with this DNS proof and so on.
Okay.
If we have name and email, we can do it offline.
Okay, I will have. So let's now
Great.
continue also with your part, guys. If I haven't, ladies and gentlemen, if I haven't asked your question to Pat, and you still want to get an answer today and it's not too long, please ask again the question in the chat, so I will read it to Pat in the end of the session. Okay, let's roll, Pat.
Okay, thank you. So I show you live how it is easy to create and update TSL certificate for HTTPS on Domino web server usage. And now I will show you what we added as well in version 12. So in beta, you can test it the same way as I did it. And it is extending login screen with two-factor authentication. It means you have to know not only username and password, but as well as something else. And it is six numbers from the time-based one-time password application. Let me show you. It should be this one. This is server that runs on Windows image, my home server, and this is for anonymous access. Nothing is requested. If I try names, NSF, for this I have to authorize. Usually you will see username and password. Yesterday I set on this demo server two-factor authentication, and it means everybody has to authenticate with these extended security. And I will show you my phone on the right side. It should appear.
Yes.
Here it is.
The center, yes.
Yeah, and those are the same icons. And here it is to this TOTP authentication application. I downloaded. You can choose anyone that you prefer. It could be by Google, could be by Microsoft. This one is some free third-party tool. I open it, and you can see I already pair it with this server. I paired it yesterday. It is paired, you can see, with superadmin. And if now I have to retype 223.223.9, not here. 22. It is no 979.505. I'm in. Now I'm in, and it is because this application was paired and the numbers matches. It is all stored within ID Vault. Here it is. You can see just my account, and you can see this is a new part of this form. I have configured it with one device. Maximum is three different devices, providing these 6 digits numbers. And if I want to reset this for somehow, for example, someone stole my phone, and I have to set it with another phone, admin can open my record, actions, and reset. With reset, I will put it in. Yeah, we can try it. Yes. And now if I try to log in, if I would try to log in some incognito window, it will ask for username, password, and you can see there is setup. There is not use, but setup. And I will do exactly these steps. Let me show you. I will do this. You will see setup. You will fill in name and password, setup. The Domino login screen will show you this QR code. You will take your phone or tablet, launch application, scan it with camera, scan this QR code. You will scan it, and this scan will pair the device and your account on Domino, show you first 6 digits. You will confirm it was yes, this guy who is sitting behind the computer is the one that owns the phone. And since this, it is paired. And next time, this day or tomorrow, when you try to log in, you will be asked for these 6-digit numbers as I show you. So this is where my live demo started. And these 5 digits is what I did yesterday when I set up this for me. It is easy to set up. There is no magic. You just fill in configuration in names and address book on 3 sections, and that's it. That's it what we provide. If you are interested in Domino, what is new in Domino version 12, there will be a global webinar in 2 weeks at the end of March. You can register on this link. And as I mentioned, we in CEE will create a separate session, will organize a separate session about Notes and Domino version 12 in our Café series as well. Those who are not already on version 11 or some latest version and are still on version 9 and 10 and would like to go to the latest version because of all these new nice features that are available right now, like Nomad or Verse, or that are planned for version 12, we are ready to help you either with technical point of view, like assist you with upgrade to version 11, maybe to version 12 once it will be available. Or if you are not on active support, if you stop paying for active support 1, 2, 3, 5 years ago, we can help you get back on support, calculate an upgrade license price, and get you back on the track. So if you have this need, please contact your business partner that you are cooperate and collaborate about notes with you. If you do not have such BP or do not know contact anybody of us, Grzegorz, me, Janusz, anybody.
Yeah, Pat, thank you for this. Yeah, I would like to just mention, like Pat said, if you are a customer who is not on active support, or you have some older version of Domino and would like to get back on Domino track and upgrade to the latest version and have capabilities using of those features and functionalities Pat is presenting, just please contact me directly.
Yeah, thank you. One thing or one feature that was mentioned in these overview topics that we try to enhance in version 12 was bringing new way how to create apps, how to create web applications on Domino. And for this, we use Domino Vault. It is, I think it will be 1 year. It was released last year in spring, sometimes March, April, something around this time frame. And some of you know it, heard about it. If you did not yet, it is a new enhancement to Domino, new extension to Domino. It doesn't need anything than Domino. It runs on Domino and it is installed on Domino. And in web browser, you assemble, you create, you put together web application that is at the backend safe and stored as Domino application. So it is like web application designer for Domino. And good thing is that it can be used by developers, by those who know I don't know, JavaScript and SQL and things like that, as well as by people that do not know, that do not have any development background, that do not have any skills, and they can assemble a web form in web browser. Like, yeah, I want some survey or registration form for our customer event, first name, last name, date, street address, email, and that's it.
And Peter, if I may interrupt, so our partners that work with me with Victor, they know this also from the registration to our Business Partner Academy enablement series, and Victor created it by himself, and he's not a developer. So it's easy to do, and I guess
Victor,
now the buzzword is right now citizen developer, right? So kind of you can do it by yourself, even if you're not a super advanced developer or user.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. This is how Vault application can looks like. This is screenshot of web interface. It's easy. It's just as you assemble. The result is assembly of buttons, fields, views, sections, drag and drop into the final form. The left side is about leaving the company for vacations, medical leave, quarantine, maybe this time, sick leave, with simple approval. On the right side is example for helping application for sellers when they need to send similar emails to multiple customers that differs in just a small portion. So Vault calculates offering email with attachment, part numbers, quantity, and everything, and seller just check it and send, and done, and it saves a lot of time. As you can see, no big design updates is done in these applications. You do not need it. If you have someone who knows CSS, cascading style sheets, designing and so on, you can turn Vault application into something that looks like this one, these applications. This is also running on Vault. Let me show you one. This one, this is Vault server. If I refresh and log in, you can see this is the interface that admin or designer or someone like Victor, someone who has the right to create applications, not just to use Vault applications. And you can see there are many of them because my colleagues are working and playing with them, and very few are designers by job role, but they are just do not scare the technology and try to use it. I created this one. I'm also not a developer. Sales support launch. I created this application. Some of you know it. I did it last year. You can create a form as a seller who brings request from the customer. Hey, I met customer and he need technical and sales and technical request. This is for Acme company, and they want new chairs for lobby. It is for furniture, this chair, and they need these features. Submit. And if I click submit, it goes to my manager. My manager receives email. We have email prohibited in this demo server. That's why you saw the error. But the request is written in here. And you can see the details. You can see the status of the document, who takes care, who is responsible, who is attached, and so on. So this is what I created in Verse last year. It was version 1.0. Since then, we released 1.01 and 1.02, which contains availability to access Domino applications. I have, this is my Domino client, Notes client, Vault. I have this application. demo application, demo content, no big deal, just few fields, different fields, price, date, text, names, and so on. And my goal is to access this backend source that is NSF and show it and use it in my Vault application. I have this tab, orders, to show me I am salesman, show me previous orders, and I want to filter and browse through it. First, since there are many of them, I filter it by product, whether it is Bluetooth speaker, fitness tracker, tablet, USB stick. If I click on it, you saw there was like 1 second delay. It was the request came to backend Domino, to Domino server, obtain all the raw data, process it, filter, show me only USB stick, and these 93 records I can see right here. I can sort it by country, by date, by units. If I click on the another, it is in real time, it is pulled from the backend, from Domino. And if I click on row, on a detail, it does second question, second request to Domino backend and obtain the detail. So first request was like, okay, give me this list. And once I click on it, it is equivalent to click on this and give me details that are not displayed in here. So this is a nice example how you can create in Vault, how you can create application that connects to your backend NSF database. And this is how it looks at the backend. Vault. Edit. All editing is done in web browser. This opening, multiple forms, multiple views. Each element has properties on the right side. So if you click on text, icon, link, or anything, there are properties on the right side that you can modify and update. And on the left side is list of widgets, of design elements that you can drag and drop, and put it into the folder on the place where you want. And this is the example what you saw. This one, this is in read view, and this is how designer developers see it. You see the design of table. There's no big deal, no complex. I just arrange width of columns, and here date, what field I should see in which position. That's it. This is form in edit mode.
But if I may, just in case, to keep you on time as well, so the session is scheduled for another 20 minutes. I want to make sure you're aware of time.
Yeah, I know. We have to finish, but yeah, sure.
And I see that people are hanging in there, so that this is very interesting what you're showing, and the interaction is good. Right. But we don't want to run over time, so we keep it.
No, yeah. Thank you. We are finishing second part, and then will be same time and end. So yeah. So this is okay. So this is Vault. The great news is that if you want to start with it, we provide a set of demo applications. That one that I showed you is sales support. This one, the lower end, sales support app for sales process. So if you click on this link and download, you can explore the application the same way as other 20 or 30 apps. So you can learn, steal the code, and use it for your use case. We plan updates for the upcoming quarters, and one of the updates is better integration with Domino application and enhancing workflows. So you will have a data grid that you can better design how numbers in a table view will be presented. So this is request from customers. We plan to release in the future version, as well as better integration with Domino apps, running agents. Right now, you can access data read-only, so it is from CRUD, create, read, update, delete. It is read, and we plan to do create, update, and delete as well. The best way is that each of you can try it. If you go to start.myhclsandbox.com, you will get this page, and there are 3 links. First one is if you click on register for an account and fill in the first name, last name, email, and so on. Then you've got within 1 to 3 minutes, your account will be created, and then you can click on Domino Vault Sandbox and log in, and you could play with Vault exactly the same way as I did. So you can start creating new application and play with it for free for unlimited number of times. It is not like limited for 1 or 2 months. Each of you can create free personal account on our Domino Vault Sandbox and explore Vault capabilities. And last of the 3 chapters, I mentioned Notes and Domino was first, and the most comprehensive, then Vault, and last is Sametime. As you know, we are updating Sametime during the last 1.5 years. We did a lot of improvements. I show these slides in sessions like this, so this is just for remembering that we created new web chat, completely new web chat, and mobile chat, mobile clients. These codes are written from scratch. It is not taken from IBM and updated. It is from scratch. It's lightweighted, new technology, and it works on mobile and web. This is what you can use as a part of your Notes license. If you have Notes license, Notes Domino Express, Enterprise, CCB, anything with active license, you can deploy Sametime chat and use it for no additional money. At the end of last year, we released Sametime Premium, and Premium means it contains this chat plus web meetings, plus webinars, video conferences, web sessions, shared sessions. We can call it anytime. And this is how it looks like. Let me show you some session. This is how it looks like. If you deploy it, Sametime meetings, I'm logged in. It means I am not an anonymous guest, so I can see my dashboard with a list of meetings that I operate, that I manage. I have just one, Peter Kunz. It is easy to create a new one. For example, sales meeting every Monday, and it will be password protected, password, and moderated, so that I have to start it because we will discuss secure information, and it is not intended for everybody. Start. And save and copy. Once you create these meetings, you can open them. I hope it will go back. It will start, it will open like I do. Let me try one more. Meetings, refresh. I hope it is not logged out. Click loading meeting. This one. Ah! Janusz, please mute. Okay. There is some echo, probably from my other laptops. What you will see is this screen with a list of participants. You saw there were There were 6 currently logged in, including Janusz. You can share the screen. You can see the participant cameras or icons, and you can have this one. You can chat on the left side. On the left side, you can chat, and the great way is if you chat something during this same time meeting, it is perceived, it is part of the persistent chat and will be accessible even after the meeting ends. So these are the previous chats from the meetings we did back 2 months ago in January. So it will be part of your, it will become part of your chat history. What you chat on meetings will be saved and becomes part of your chat history the same way as this multi-user chat room regarding Project Sirius. This is real use, what I show you just on the screen. This is real new same time web chat.
As you can see, I have been texting 10 minutes ago to Peter, making him aware of time. And sorry for the sudden sound of the same time, but I wanted to make sure that people don't fall asleep. So this was a point to wake up.
Yeah, there is some echo. I have it on my next 3 computers. I was logged in as 6 other users to show you, but there is some echo probably. This is how we have backup slides. This is how it looks if multiple people join, and some real use case. This is what I took from our regular meetings. This is CEE meeting. This is EMEA meeting, multiple people joining. This is how we are using it in day-to-day usage, and it is really easy. You just click on URL and it brings you to the web room, to the meeting room. And what we created and provided as a technology preview right now is this small part of the meetings. This one at the backend. Use the desktop client for meetings, yes or no. And if you click yes and click on the meeting room, it opens. You can see bam bam bam. It starts my rich client. Exit. It started a rich client same time meetings. That is a standalone application, can be connected to multiple servers. Again, this is server 1, server 2, different rooms, server 3, including complex federated authentication login. And it is available right now. You can download it from FlexNet and test it in your same time meeting environments if you want. So right now we have.
If I may comment, I am already using it thanks to Peter, of course. He's my main man and helping me to get up to speed with our technology. And partners who are working with us also, you know that this is our primarily tool that we use for audio conferencing, just to avoid the comment that we're using competitors' technology. And I think the cool thing about the desktop app is that you're not dependent to use Chrome or Firefox. So this is a workaround to be using different, not depending on what type of browser do you prefer to use. This is agnostic to browsers. This is just an app that you can use no matter what is your preferred browser.
Yes, thank you. So this is some preview of what we are planning to improve in same time meetings in our future, in our next releases. On the left side, you can see what we did in same time since last summer, since August, when we launched pre-release, some technology preview. Final version we released in November. So this was in first version, and this is what we plan for the future releases. Better management for meeting owners, integration, updated API, software developer toolkits, and so on. So we plan to enhance it. The great way is that you have everything under your control. it runs in your environment under your protection. You take care about security. Nobody else, can join uninvited, can go through your recordings or something like this. So it is under your control, and you pay for what you use. You do not have to buy, I don't know, some cloud licenses for all the employees, even if just 6 people from marketing is using it. So you get for what you pay for what you use. This is the slide that I show you live, the sandbox, and the final thing about Domino is that is one that you do not can test Vault, but as well as Sametime Premium. So without installing Vault or Sametime in your Domino environment, you can test, play, and explore these new products, these new enhancements to Domino. You can test it within minutes. You just create free account and try testing Sametime and Vault. With Sametime, you can create account just for you and invite your colleagues anonymously. Just people with login is needed to start the meeting room, and then anonymous people, if allowed, if it is allowed, then anonymous people can log in and participate in the meeting. So that's the conclusion. That's end of the Sametime session. What I show you from this collaboration digital solution portfolio is news in Notes and Domino and Nomad and Vault. And Sametime in the last, and in the middle there is a big portion of sharing, collaboration across company within working and project teams, as well as with external or guest people. But we decided to not put it in here because of time restrictions. So we focused on what majority of you is using right now, and it is Notes, Domino, and Sametime.